Hey everybody, Frank Chen here with REIClub.com and the site you'll need as a real estate investor. Today's quick video, we're going to be talking about real estate closings and what you need to do in order to have a smooth closing as a buyer. Now, it's very important to remember not to deal with any of the major issues at the closing table, such as negotiating closing costs, because that can turn the deal around, okay? Like in all my videos though, everything that I'm going to be talking about I include in the description below. Simply click the show more button and you can follow right along. So let's go ahead and dive right into things. Now, step one is really your earnest money and your contingency period, okay? Now, earnest money pretty much is around $1,000 usually, and it secures your interest in your offer or in the property. Next, you have to make sure that in the contract that you're signing has a contingency period, okay, which buys you a time to perform your necessary due diligence. First one is it's contingent on home inspection, and it's not revealing any major issues on the service level that you did not see. Two is contingent on you finding funding based on a percentage that is affordable to you, okay? Now, these are also your exit strategies. Step two, you want to secure your funding. Now, unless the deal, they already require you to provide a POF or a proof of funds or provide a written pre-approval from your bank, then it's time for you to get your funding in order, okay? That's usually what the earnest money is for as well, to kind of buy you some time to get your funding in place. Step three, find a title company, okay? Open escrow for the transaction you're working on, or you can use the sellers if they have one they want to recommend over to you. They pretty much function as the middleman for the transaction. Now, they'll perform the necessary title searches and let you know if the title is clear, if there are any liens on the property. If not, if it's not clear, address the clouds on title and determine if it's worth it to stay in the deal or leave the deal, okay? And there's a possibility, how motivated the seller may be, that they may want to fix it, resolve the issue, or give you the credit so you can do it yourself, okay? Step four, find a real estate attorney. Now, this is optional, okay? Now, most of the time, when you're dealing with a title company, a transaction will be done legitimately, okay? Now, if you have concerns about the contract or are unclear about the terms, you can always ask the title company themselves ahead of time, and more than likely, they'll be able to assist you. Now, if you're still uncomfortable with their response, at that time, go ahead and consult with your own attorney, okay? Step five, negotiate the real estate closing costs. Now, title companies will usually send you called the HUD-1 settlement statement probably a week or more in advance for you to review, okay? So review it and make sure you understand what closing costs that you're going to cover as the buyer, and you can see what the closing costs the seller is going to cover. There's a lot of things there, okay? A lot of items, and if this is the first time you're looking at it, ask the title company if you're unclear about anything. If you want to negotiate any of the costs, let them know and they'll let you know where to go from there, okay? This can all be done via email or even by phone, preferably by phone. Step six, complete the home inspection, okay? Now, unless the home is being bought as is, it's very important that you run a home inspection, okay? And confirm that everything is up to code and that you're not biting off more than you can chew. Now, if there's a serious problem, now understand this is an investment probably, so make sure it is a serious problem. You can either back out or ask the seller to fix it or give you credit for it. Once again, that was in the contingency, okay? Step seven is your pest inspection. Now, for me personally, this is also optional, okay? It's case specific. If you identify, there's areas that could be a problem like termite infestation, get a pest inspection done because it can be very costly, and determine, is a problem very expensive? Is it affordable? Or do you need to step away from the deal, of course, or the seller covet or give you credit for it, okay? Step number eight, renegotiate the offer based on what you find in your inspections, okay? Now, once again, only if there is a major problem. See if the seller is willing to lower the price to accommodate you for the repairs that you'll have to make, okay? Step number nine, funding escrow. Now, after everything has been agreed upon, you're okay with the HUD-1 settlement, you're okay with the offer price, and everything is good to go. You guys are on the same page. You can wire the amount of money over to your what is owed to the seller to your escrow account, and they'll hold the money there for you until all the paperwork is signed and you give them the thumbs up. Now, if this is a cash transaction, you simply bring a check to closing, okay? Now, step 10, is your final walkthrough, okay? Now, once again, guys, escrow is them holding your money. It's not like being, cashed or anything like that. It's simply there in order to make sure the funds are in place. Now, the final walkthrough is usually on the day of closing for me. I like to schedule a few hours before, so I have a peace of mind that everything with the house that we agreed upon, if trash is supposed to be removed, the repairs they said they would do are done. That way, I know everything is current when I go to closing, just hours before I go in, okay? That's very important. Of course, if everything looks good, step 11 is go to closing. Everybody's on the same page. You've already crossed your T's, dotted all your I's. You should be good to go, okay? Now, this is a real estate closing action plan to assure you that a lot of the common errors or pitfalls that buyers face can be prevented before you go into the closing table. Now, this list is much more simplified for as-is cash buyers, but for those going through traditional financing, these are the steps that you will need to take. You know, if you ignore these things, there's a good likelihood that, you know, the deal may fall through. But worst case scenario, you're going to end up with a property that you may have made more problems than you originally anticipated. Okay, so just remember, at any time you are confused or unsure or unsettled, don't be afraid to ask questions, okay? This is a learning process, and more people are willing to help you out than you originally thought, okay? Again, guys, this is Frank with REIClub.com. Do me a favor, leave comments below about what you thought about this video. Click the like button because it really does help us out. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can keep you informed when brand new videos are posted every week. As you do, guys, thank you so much for your time and continued support. I look forward to talking to you next week. Take care, good investing, and bye-bye.